Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks. Welcome back to my channel. I have officially gotten it welded up for you guys. Well, you can see my welds aren't the best, but you know they've gotten grind wheels out there for shit like that. So I'm not here for perfection. Obviously, one of these days I will perfect it. I mean, obviously I sat there for quite a while actually trying to get it set up semi-decent. And it's a Hobart welding MIG system, and it don't work that bad. You know, it's strong. Trust me, it's definitely, it will never break, especially with the force I'm putting on it. I mean, I'm not putting any force on it. This is probably a bit overkill for what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to like it a lot. I got it all welded up, everything bent into shape from the last time you guys saw it. Everything's solid for the most part. Now my next step would be, I'm going to be drilling in my holes like I was talking about last time, into my spots. They're going to marry each other. And I got to weld in my nuts so I can, when I put my front and back plate on, there's somewhere I can put my bolts to, which would be it's going to be a nice setup in general. I'm going to like it a lot. And so that's going to be in this video today. I'm going to get that done, get my nuts welded in, everything cleaned up. All my welds are going to get cleaned up as well today in this video. So it's going to look a lot better than what it does. It's all choppy and not the best looking, that's for sure. If you guys have any educational background in welding, if you guys see some of my welds already as it is, let me know, you know. I mean, I can let you guys know what kind of welder I got specifically. It's a MIG welder, it's Hobart. It was the cheaper of the bunch at Tractor Supply. So if you guys have any educational background and maybe me getting my welds a lot better, let me know. Don't be shy. All right, the next step in today's video I want to get done is I went ahead and I want to put another fabrication underneath my box here. This is going to be a square. I'm trying to hold it together. This is going to be a square box underneath it. I'm not liking the design. I wanted to do something like this, but the way everything's going to work out, it's going to be light in the back, and I'm going to see if I'm going to like it. I'm going to run with my thoughts, the first thought. So I'm going to weld on a square box underneath, and what that'll allow me is another switch underneath the box, which will allow me to pull. This is gonna have a bar. I'm gonna weld a nut onto another piece of steel. All right, this is out of the box right now, but I'm gonna weld a nut onto a piece of steel rod that comes out like a couple inches to a handle. I'm gonna have a rod there coming out with another rod, so I have a handle to pull on, which will act as my trailer hookup. So I'm gonna have a rod that's a couple inches, and then another rod that's 4 inches wide, and it's gonna be, I come over, grab it, and I pull it out, and it's gonna be my trailer hookup, or it'd be actually my disconnect. And when I push it back in, it'll be my trailer hookup, which I'm gonna like that a lot. And that's gonna sit right underneath my button box, or my switch panel, if you guys want to call it that. I really don't know which way to call it, honestly. It's hard to figure out which one it is. And then this is what this is gonna look like underneath. So all said and done, in general, obviously it's all gonna be metal, and that's gonna be recessed. And I want my handle to be flush to this when it's pushed in. So you'll see it flush, and it'll be popped out a couple inches or so And so you'll know if I'm not hooked up to a trailer or something like that. I'm going to get that all welded up today. I'm going to get that all cleaned up, and that's going to be connected at the end of this video. With this won't be in there yet. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to have, I believe this box is going to be opened right up. I'm going to have it opened up on the back end. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to worry about my front plate going to be all buttoned up, and my back plate's going to be all buttoned up, because I figured it's really a waste of weird material, in my opinion, to make a really odd looking piece of plate. So I'm just going to worry about my front plate and my back plate being rectangular, and I'm going to minus this out, but I'm going to put it on there. It's going to be pretty much naked for the most part, the way it is. And by the end of the video, I'm going to have all that welded up, cleaned up, and you guys are going to see a great product. I think it's going to be generally done. And let's get on to the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? I have went down there and grinded everything up on my corners, so we're looking relatively pretty. Definitely not the best. You can see my imperfections when I welded. I probably should have stuck around there a little bit longer, but hey, whatever. That's what they got Bondo for. Bondo that right up. I don't honestly know. I might be joking on that. Maybe there's something like a filler of some sort. But it ain't too bad. I like it. I like it a lot. Now my next step here is to measure. I'm going to measure in. I was thinking probably I got 14 and a quarter, so I'm probably going to go in, what, 1 1/8 inches on each side. Maybe an inch and a quarter. Just so, maybe an inch, because an inch might be more feasible. Yeah, I might go 1 inch in with my nut. I got a 5/32 drill bit, and yeah, I got a 5/32 drill bit with my nut, and you know, I put my drill bit inside. It's a little loose. I probably could go tighter, and I probably should have, but I can ream it out and clean it up. It's not that big of a deal. Once that's all, I'm going to drill all my holes, and the nut's going to be tack welded. All my nuts are going to be tack welded. I might be putting some nuts right here and right here, and same on the opposite side. And then on the, like I said before, it's going to be marrying each other. I might put one right in the middle there, one an inch in, and then one an inch in, depending on my thoughts. I'm going to give it some more thought before I do it. But I decided to let you guys know what's going on with that, and we'll be on to this next step here. Alright guys, I have the holes drilled in, and I went ahead and did my nuts. I got my nuts in there. My nuts are welded in the corners here, just like the way I wanted it, which is really cool. I like it. A little splattery right now, but I'll clean all that up, make it look good. So that's all done right now. A lot of the bolts here got stuck with some, I think, the excess splatter of the welder, but it won't be too bad. I'll just throw a power gun on that and pull it right out. And yeah, I got all my drills holed. My nuts are welded in there, so once I'm ready on my front panel here, I'm gonna have to discover where my holes are gonna be on each corners, on all 4 of my corners, and I'm gonna drill those holes, slap the plate on, and I'll have a really nice, the start of a nice box at the most part. And I went ahead and on my plate on the front panel, I went ahead and drilled. I got my holes all cut out. It's a pain in the butt because I was using the jigsaw and obviously a metal blade, and I was kind of rushing it, and I just drilled some holes and kind of went ahead, and it's all choppy, so I'm thinking about just taking a Dremel and I'm going to go around the edges and get them all nice and cleaned up so I can I actually have a button here. I got the button right here. I'm going to utilize one of these buttons for right here, and I'm going to a series of them all the way across, and I'll talk about what I'm going to use the buttons for later on down in the next few videos. But I gotta get my holes. My holes are already discovered. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but I have holes here and here and here. All need to be drilled in. And I got 2 up here. This is a bigger one. I'll talk about everything of what's going on, just like I did before. I think if you guys watched in one of my previous videos, you'll see what I used it for. So it'll be quite nice, and I'm gonna like it the way it is. I'm not gonna drill. Excuse me. I'm not gonna drill my hole in the side here for my ignition. I'm not gonna do it yet because I want to see on the front panel, once I got everything together and I have it stuck on the everything bolted together on the front here. I want to see how it's going to be, how everything's going to sit, so I can align my ignition right up. I want to align it right up and hope, you know, everything's staying away from each other. All the wires are going to be fine. I'm not going to wire it. I just want to get the devices and everything hooked up, and for the most part, just to make sure everything's fine and dandy and everything's good to go. So I'm going to have all this cleaned up. I got to get the power drill, like I said, onto that, get that drilled out of there. And like all my nuts are all welded in there. I'm going to clean everything up, and we're definitely going to be taking shape. I'm going to get my back plate, get that all set too in the next video. It'll be a lot more work to do, and it's actually going a lot quicker and a lot smoother than I thought. I'm more worried about this. I think out of everything, this is like takes up. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. I mean, the Dremel, next to me having to program the buttons onto the Arduino board, so that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a little while of me trying to figure that out. So, like I said, it's gonna be fun. Should be pretty. It's gonna be a good series, I think, started right now. So I hope you guys are enjoying this kind of video, and I do appreciate you guys watching, and hit that like button if you do enjoy this kind of stuff, and subscribe. Don't be scared. I appreciate it. It helps me, helps my channel out. You guys know how it works. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good rest of the year.